Hi everyone, thanks for joining us. I'm Taylor Smith, part of the Bridgecrew team, and I'll walk you through a demo of the Bridgecrew platform and its integrations across the development lifecycle. But first, some housekeeping items. We'll be giving away a free t-shirt if you answer a short survey at the end. If you have any questions, please add them to the Q&A at any time and we'll answer them after the demo. We'll also be sending a recording after the event. Before we dive into the demo, I wanted to give a quick background on Bridgecrew. DevOps is moving at breakneck speeds. In our digital-first economy, agility is key. Development teams are measured on churning out features, and traditional security can't keep up. This has moved down the stack to infrastructure, where developers can define their infrastructure as code. Developers iterate fast on IEC templates, but these templates are often insecure. This is evident in open source templates. Nearly 50% of AWS modules in the Terraform registry contain misconfigurations, exposing organizations to attackers. When just one of those templates is insecure, it often includes hundreds of resources. That leads to an overwhelming amount of alerts for security teams and an intrusive level of tickets for developers. We're here to solve that. Bridgecrew empowers engineers to secure infrastructure amazingly fast. We call it Codified security. Bridgecrew identifies misconfigurations leveraging our library of hundreds of policies, sourced from compliance frameworks like CIS, and from community of open source contributors. The infrastructure as code scanning is performed by our community-supported open source tool, Checkov, with additional features and runtime capabilities in our Bridgecrew platform. We automatically identify misconfigurations in infrastructure as code templates and at runtime. We present fixes in the form of suggestions, pull requests, and commits backed into your development pipeline, and an automated playbook for issues identified in runtime. And we create guardrails to prevent misconfigurations from making it into your deployments. This creates a proactive rather than reactive approach to addressing misconfigurations. This automated, full lifecycle approach enforces policies early and often via integrations across developer and DevOps stacks. Bridgecrew integrates with IDEs, continuous integration tools, repositories, ticketing, chat, and cloud environments. This creates a powerful feedback loop that increases the likelihood of misconfigurations being repaired. We do this for Terraform, CloudFormation, Kubernetes, Helm, Azure Resource Manager templates, Docker files, and serverless framework, as well as in runtime for AWS, Azure, and GCP. The result is better infrastructure as code templates, more secure cloud workloads, and less noise for security and development teams. Now for the demo. I'm going to walk you through the flow of an infrastructure as code development and deployment and show how Bridgecrew secures cloud infrastructure at every step. From bridgecrew.io, I can access the signup page, or I can go directly to bridgecrew.cloud. Here you can sign up for a free community account that comes with a 14-day trial of the full platform, no credit card required. Sign up through any of these SSO options or use your work email. I already have an account, so it'll log me right in. I'm going to start with a demonstration of our CLI-based infrastructure as code scanner. Checkov is our open source tool that underpins all of our infrastructure as code scanning. If I run checkov-l, you can see hundreds of policies that are included out of the box across template types and providers. Running a scan of a directory or file, in this case a Terraform template, will check for all policy violations that are relevant to that template type. The scan runs completely locally. Here you can see I passed 10 checks and failed 21. For example, here's where Checkov identified that instance metadata service version 1 is enabled and that a template includes a hard-coded secret. All of this is free and open source. If I run the same scan with an API key and available for free with a Bridgecrew platform, It will reach out to the Bridgecrew SaaS platform. You'll see a link at the bottom. This will take me to the code review in the Bridgecrew platform, which I'll be going over in a bit. Next, I'll show our VS Code integration. You'll need to include the API key from the Bridgecrew platform. Then Chekhov will scan any open template to identify and flag all misconfigurations in the code you're writing. This is an example Terraform repo. Notice that in the 3 files I've scanned, it's picked up on 45 policy violations. I'm going to add a new template that will create an S3 bucket. First, I'll start a new branch. Then I'll add a new file and fill in some HCL. Immediately, Chekhov will start scanning for misconfigurations. Here it's identified 7 misconfigurations in my new file. Selecting Quick Fix will provide options to add skip comments, or automatic fixes. Selecting this Quick Fix will add the HCL to encrypt the data at rest. Notice the new code added. I'm going to revert that code and commit this new misconfigured bucket to my GitHub repository. Git add, git commit, git push to origin. All right, I need to head over to GitHub and my fork of the TerraGoat repository. Now, I've run through this a few times, so I'll have to hunt down the branch. From GitHub, I'll open a new pull request. I'll make sure to open this to my branch and create a pull request. This will kick off a few CI pipelines. I've added far more than most people will to show off our integrations. And now we have some automated pull request comments. These are fully automated comments triggered by a new pull request about misconfigurations identified using our repository integration, just like you might get from a human peer review. You can quickly see the violating line with the issue identified, with the category and severity. You can configure the comments to only appear for certain severity of issues, from critical to info. I have multiple continuous integration pipelines. All of these have those same policies, and I can set them to alert and continue or fail a build. Clicking the pull request details will take me to the Bridgecrew Code Reviews tab with more detail about the code review. Code reviews list out the misconfigurations identified along with full guidelines. For many of the misconfigurations, we will include the ability to trigger an automated fix for one or multiple of the issues identified. This will generate a commit to the pull request that fixes the infrastructure as code template directly to be compliant with the offending policy. You can also suppress an alert if you don't want that policy or if you no longer want to hear about that policy for that resource. I'll just go through and fix and suppress all of these. Suppress. Suppress. And fix. Now I'll go ahead and submit. Okay, back in GitHub. Here you can see the fixes that were automatically added to satisfy the policy on my behalf. Going back to my PR review, you can see I've now passed the Bridgecrew scan. Sweet. I'll open up that check link for the code review. Awesome. I have that nice green check, which means all of my misconfigurations are fixed or swept under the rug with suppressions, but that's future me's problem. Next, I'll show off our project view. This is a summary of all of the repository scans that I've scanned across my different projects. Here you can filter by category and severity as well as by repo. I'll select my TerraGoat project and filter to storage alerts. These are now the storage policy violations in TerraGoat. If fixes are available, you can select them here and submit to automatically create a pull request back to that repository. Notice that the pull request was successful. Okay, heading back to GitHub, I can see the new PR created automatically by Bridgecrew. Once the code makes it to be deployed as a running resource, that's when our cloud security posture management features kick in. It's important to get visibility early and often using IAC scanning, but manual changes are inevitable, either from existing deployments or during an incident. And for that, you need runtime visibility. I wanted to show off the integration page to reiterate the different integration options we have, as well as how simple it is to add an integration. For example, to onboard a cloud account, simply select the cloud provider and choose Add Account and Launch Stack. This will automatically add a read-only stack in your cloud provider to gain visibility. For AWS, you can also add a stack that performs corrective actions on your behalf using the remediation stack. Onboarding your cloud account takes just a few minutes. Once onboarded, the Resource Inventory view will provide a full inventory of your cloud resources. On the far right column, you'll see all the errors identified and updated periodically. You can filter based on resource types, accounts, tags, network access, and encryption. Or you can use one of our predefined queries. The predefined queries are for low-hanging fruit. For example, unencrypted databases and secure storage buckets. Next to the resource, I can select the number of errors and the violation that will take me to the incidents page. The incidents page lists all of the identified misconfigurations in a central location. Each incident includes all resources that violated the policy in build time and runtime. I can directly create a Jira ticket that includes the details about that misconfiguration for my developers to fix. The resource will include an HCL representation of the misconfiguration and an audit history for that resource. If I have a remediation stack deployed, I can perform auto remediation to fix that misconfiguration in my cloud environment from this incident page. The final screen I wanted to share is the dashboard. This provides a summary view of all of the cloud resources, as well as your posture measured against major benchmarks. Many of these charts are interactive, so you can quickly filter to find more information. You can monitor your cloud security posture over time. You can sign up for Bridgecrew free, no credit card required, and it comes with a 14-day trial of our full platform. Thanks for joining this demo of the Bridgecrew platform. If you want that Bridgecrew tea, fill out the survey now. I'm going to dive into your questions at this time. Feel free to add any that pop in your head, even as I'm talking.